very soft and the focus is really on this little flower in this green landscape. Because I want to have a really long shutter speed and we also have some harsh light and I don't like this. Very low now with the camera because I'm shooting a very small cascade. I think I made the wrong decision today because there's a bunch of cars, a lot of people today. So I don't know what this shoot is going to bring. I hope we're not going to see too much people on this hike. Here my back is the original plan that I had in mind to go photograph, but there's too much people, too much kids also, and they're throwing with rocks in the water, so I can't make a nice photo over there with all the people. That's why we have to go very early on shoots, but I got also here some beautiful cascades that I can photograph, so I'm gonna look around for a nice composition over here in the hope we can find something. Finally found a nice composition here in the forest. I have to take it in portrait orientation because I got the Tokina 11 to 60mm on it and it's too wide and all the people are included in this photo. So I have to narrow it down a little bit. So I wanted to stop the video very quickly just to explain. In the next segment I will be talking a little bit slower and just because there's so many people passing by that I was a little bit nervous with talking with people around me. So if you notice that, that's a reason. But let's go on with the video. Too bad there's so much people here because there's so much potential here in this forest to photograph. I took a picture at 10 seconds with 2-in-1 circular polarizer and ND filter, and that's 7 stops right now, my ND filter, because I want to have a really long shutter speed and we also have some harsh light. So that's why I can only go to 10 seconds. We are at the ISO 100 and f11. So this is what I'm seeing right now. We got a small cascade in front of us and we got the water running through the composition, and in the back the water is spinning over there, so with a long shutter speed it really looks like it's turning. Very nice rocks in the back also with some moss on them. So we got some very nice greens here, and the water is a little bit brown over here, so I don't think the water is very clean. I'm making a new composition with the 50mm. I'm going for a horizontal picture. I don't like it to be carrying my backpack on my back, but I have to with all the people in the neighborhood. With the 50mm it's a little bit more intimate, more focused on the small cascade in this landscape and the green rocks. On the right side I got a boulder just in front of the frame to create some depth of field in this picture. We got some highlights on some boulders and also some darker shadows on other rocks in this picture. So we got that really nice contrast in this picture. I think this one so far, the second one, is my favorite for this shoot. Finally managed to make a composition of the waterfall that I wanted to photograph. Again, with the 50mm onto the body because I don't want to include everybody in this picture. And I'm using 6 seconds of the shutter speed at ISO 100 to make this waterfall a little bit silky. And can only go to 6 seconds because it's too much light at the moment. There are also some people that are on top of this waterfall, so I really have to be careful with my composition. And again, vertical composition of this waterfall. Very beautiful here, and I don't like this. Let's go some other place. We went away a little bit from the cascades and the water because there was too much people coming to the water. And we are in this beautiful forest, and we were just hiking here. I'm here with my family, so that's super cool. Just with looking around, I saw something purple in this forest, and the forest is covered with a lot of moss, so the purple was really standing out from this forest. It's a foxglove, so I really had to take it, so I put on the Tamron 70 to 300. We are at the 300 millimeters. I cannot go any closer. I'm manually focused on this foxtrot little flower because it's just a very small one. And we're shooting a little bit upwards in this forest. And with photographing upwards into this forest, I'm also including a little bit of the trees, or maybe a lot. The flower is on this bottom part of this picture. And I was thinking, with the bokeh, it can look really nice because the background is very soft and the focus is really on this little flower in this green landscape. I just noticed with the Tamron 70-300, it's been broken for a while, but now I noticed, even if I manually focus, I just a little bit out of reach. The focus is just a little bit in front of this little flower, so that's too bad. So I think I really have to go a little bit closer to capture this beautiful flower because it's too good to let this one go just because it's out of focus. This is just perfect. Now the flower is really in focus, or almost in focus. I think it's just a little bit off now, but it's just okay for me now. Like it is, I don't want to be bothered with disturbing the nature too much here. First I was a little bit shooting higher, but then I was shooting the flower against the green moss and it didn't stood out. I really had to go lower a little bit and shoot this little flower with the top of the trees as a background, and they're a little bit darker, so this flower is now really standing out from this environment. See, I went very low now with the camera because I'm shooting a very small cascade. Also some moss and little plants in the back of this photo here in the forest. It's super nice. It's like almost like a little bit fairy tale. It's just super soft. We got some moss around this beautiful cascade, and I was waiting for the sun to light up some parts in this landscape. I'm at f13 at the moment because I want to have my shutter speed of 2.5 seconds, 2 seconds, to have a little bit of movement in the water because it's so bright, and even with the 7-stop and defilter it's not enough to really bring down the shutter speed. And I don't want to crank up my f number too much because I still want to have a little bit of softness in this photo when it's going into the back of the photo to create that isolation of this little cascade in the water. I'm trying to take another photo because the sun was lighting up a little bit. Now the first one was better. So this is the photo, and already you can see the sun is lighting up some parts, and I think it looks like a little bit of my editing. I also light up some parts in the picture, and the sun already did that for me, so I don't have to do a lot anymore in post-processing because it's already looking really great. Man, it's super hot. Sweating. I'm shooting again a nice cascade. I saw this massive rock into this bed of rocks, and the water coming through the rocks, and this big rock is covered with moss, so I really like my rocks to be covered with moss. And for this photo I'm again using the 2-in-1 circular polarizer and defilter. I've put it again all the way to 7 stops to bring down the lights, and I'm shooting this picture at the f11 200 and 2 seconds to get that movement in the water. And I was just waiting a little bit for the light to change because the sun was lighting up some trees in the back of this picture, and it was a little bit too hard because my little cascades in the front here are in the shadows, so the contrast was a little bit too big. So I had to wait a little bit till the sun was a little bit behind the clouds and the light was a little bit softer, so that's what I've done. And now the picture's looking really nice, really nice. And on the sides of the picture we got big boulders to have that little bit of a depth of field in this picture. I took a second photo with the Tamron, now at 140 millimeters. So I went a little bit closer to this small cascade in this riverbed. And that looked really nice because we got a rock in the back of this picture that is lit up by the sun. Our little cascade is also a little bit lit up by the sun. And then on the right side of this frame we got a rock that's covered with moss, and that also got lit up by the sun. There's a lot of lit ups by the sun, but it's looking really nice. So that's why I'm saying that so much. And I've bumped up my F number to 16 because I really want to go down with my shutter speed, but the sun is shining so hard. The slowest I can go is 2.5 seconds for this picture, but it looks great. You get that movement in the water. It's looking very, very good. That's it, I'm done. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.